What's up, people? So we're back with another one. I hope you all have been staying safe and staying free and had a good week, ready for this weekend, enjoying that content. Now, this one that I'm bringing to you all today is all about HMP, hellmarsh, belmarsh, prisoners having relationships, flings with screws. So let's get into it. So for those that don't know about HMP, belmarsh, hellmarsh, known to us council estate ones, is one of the worst category A prisons that you can get in the United Kingdom, and they do a three-man bang up to one cell. Now, as you all know, I've been to prison myself, and I've done a two-man bang up to one cell. But to think of three males with all of that testosterone fighting to be alpha male in one cell, it's just wild and nothing but problems though. On top of this, HMP, Hellmarsh, Belmarsh, as my brother told me, has a prison within a prison, and it makes sense to why they do, as they do house some of the most dangerous prisoners in the United Kingdom, from armed robbery right up to terrorism and murderers though. Now, with this being said, HMP, Hellmarsh, Belmarsh is always making the news, but recently a lot more for prisoners having flings, relationships with screws. This has been happening for years upon end. It's just since social media is more available to prisoners inside of prison, as to how a lot of people on the outside is seeing more of it, of an aspect of what a prisoner is getting up to. And it's a flex for a prisoner to show the whole world that they're mashing wonder, and mainly inside of the prison though. Not only is it just, for HMP, Hellmarsh, Belmarsh, I'm sure some would have heard this year too, it was Wandsworth, and it happens in all over the United Kingdom in prisons, not just the category A ones. Now, I just want to let you young ones think about this. As I've said before, with these men that are recording their buddies, their cellmate, laying down the piping, do you man really think that they are getting to lay and put their wood up in some pussy too? Them men are not getting to, bust their nut in some pussy too though. Hey, no, that's the truth of it. They're too busy having fun video recording on some weird shit. It's quite weird. Imagine having a bro watching you doing your thing, recording you, and it's not even like bro's gonna hit after. As a lot of these screws, yeah, think about it, might let one prisoner put their wood in their pussy, but do you think they're gonna let the rest of the 400 man on the wing do the exact same after just doing that once to one man, and she's gonna let just a holy per man run train? Hey, nah, man. Now, I understand as an ex-prisoner to how this could happen. As you know, there's screws and prisoners, the best way to put it, that spend more time inside a prison than what the screws do with their own loved ones, boyfriends, husbands, baby fathers, to how they see these inmates every day that are trying to drop game and scheming. And a lot of these men have, game to the point of where the screws do entertain it, as they're working long, hard, unsociable hours. They're probably having family problems on the outside, and they just want a bit of wood and have a bit of fun though, and a bit of rough though. and and I was gonna say that there's no stopping it, but there is a way of stopping it, and the only way that they could stop this from happening is by making all screws being males. But it wouldn't exactly work for prisoners and inside a prison, as to have whole heap of males and no females to balance, that balance of having females inside a prison, to have that nurturing, caring side of things. It's going to be whole heap of problem though. And even for co-workers just to work with whole heap of males, it's just going to be, it's not impossible, but that's the only way though. Now, another thing that I'm gonna say as well is that with this, would you still wanna go to prison knowing that you can smash bonder inside a jail, but you can be on the outside with your freedom, putting your wood in pussy though? that's even more better, to where you have a choice. As when you're inside a prison, you don't exactly have a choice if they're, how old they are, how, you know, they may look. If you're able to lay down the pipe, and there's a saying, every hole is a goal as long as it's not a male, though. So that's how much man are savages inside a prison. And I do believe there has been situations to where screws have, you know, let it be known that they're letting man lay down the piping, and they're giving the bunda to certain man, and there'll be certain man that'll be jealous and savages inside the prison to say, hey miss, you're not letting me lay down the pipe and say nothing. I'ma tell, you know, your boss man, and this and that and a third. And I'm sure probably have tried to blackmailed, you know, screws from trying to get a better bunda. And I can only imagine, because man are savages though. And just to think that, like I said, you think because one man gets to hit and put their wood up in that pussy, that the screw's gonna let 400 man run, train, and do the same. It ain't working like that, man. And this is the thing about it too, yeah, is that with these relationships that happen with these prisoners and screws, as to how a lot of the drugs and culture brand gets inside a prison. Now, this isn't snitching, this is common knowledge, and this could never stop anyway, because even if they had whole heap of males and there was no females, there's still males that take money, that will take money to bring stuff inside a prison, though. And there's females that are obviously sleeping with these inmates that have that relationship, probably fearing that they might tell to why they bring in that stuff, or just because they're fucking them and bringing the stuff just because, without even gaining anything financially out of it. Or they might gain something financially out of it, but either or, you know, it's one of those things to where, like I said, it's a bit weird for a man to be watching you fucking pussy, and they're just recording it though. It's just weird, man. It's like, it's not even, you can say, well, the cameraman did get to fuck after my man done his thing. Nah, definitely not. That is some weird shit though. It's weird, man. Now, another thing that I'm gonna say as well is that I've been in prison to where it's not a hard thing of having a relationship with a prison, and how easy it is. As when you go to prison like HMP, hellmarsh, belmarsh, prime example is a southeast London prison. And to how these relationships take place is because a lot of these prisoners, 99.9% of the time, have gone to school with these screws, or it's their girl's sister, their brethren's sister, their baby mom's something. You know, southeast London's so small, they're not getting prison officers screws from northeast, west. They're all locally. So when you're getting local people to work in a local prison where local prisoners go, local criminals, well, of course they're gonna know who works there. Prime example, yeah, when I was in my category A prison, HMP Perth, you know, I had bucked into someone that I used to work with in one of my old workplaces, and my jaw just dropped and his face dropped too, because I was like, yo, is this really my man? And my man's working as a screw though. And that just goes to show you how it wasn't really embarrassing for me, but it was a bit like shit, like, you know, to see someone that I used to work with, and he's on the other hand with his freedom, and he's locking me up though. And in the job that we used to do, he used to take orders from me. And that is a prime example to how that's a lot of to the problem, to how inmates are having relationships with screws. And even at that, it will always happen. It's a male and a female thing. It's, you know, natural, man. It's nature. And when you spend more time in one place than what you do on the outside with your loved ones and other people, then it's only right, man. And that's true life talk style. But with that being said, you know, which I keep saying to you young ones, like I said the other day, SJ, the Lord gang leader, gang commander, and my big bro, you know, he's doing 36 years. SJ's doing 19 lovely, jubbly years, yeah? Hey, with no pussy. That's depressing. And like I said, just because you do get prisons to where, yeah, you might be able to lay down the piping, it's not a high probability that you can go to a prison and expect that you're gonna smash though. Hey, no, man. They don't work like that. The probabilities are very thin, as a lot of these, you know, screws are already in relationships, and it takes time. It's like these prisoners, as I know for myself, you know, some screws are easy just to get on with and get into that relationship because it's natural and they just like you and you like them. But then there's other ones that are very resistant, and man has to slowly work their way every day, slowly, and build up to the finesse of the scheming thing though. Hey, no, man, it's no joke. And even at that, you know, do you not prefer to be getting your wood in some pussy on the outside, with your freedom being able to choose who you sleep with, than being inside a prison minimal to what you've got and just every hole is a goal as long as it's not a male though? Nah, man, that's not it. And freedom is fucking priceless though, and that is true life talks. And I have got plenty of more other videos about HMP Belmarsh. You know, go and check it out too. They're a lot more informative if you want to know some more information. But I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Do drop a comment if you've got anything to relate to, or if you want to drop to what you think. Do stay safe, people, and stay free. And I'll catch you on the next one.